are anticipating, looking ahead, that you will have Chinese New Year coming up. There will be potentially a lot more intermingling, a lot more interactions, as has happened over the end of year when there's a festive period too. We saw a lot more interactions, and therefore we are considering now whether or not there might be additional restrictions and safeguards that might be necessary to keep the infection under control. Exactly what these are, whether they pertain to house visitations, what kind of measures, we are still studying, and when we are ready, we will highlight them. The second question on what a post-vaccination regime might look like, I presume you mean a few things. Number one, if I get vaccinated, will there be some benefits for me, right, as an individual who is vaccinated? So we have already said that we are studying this carefully. We are looking at the evidence around the extent to which vaccination helps to reduce transmission risk. We know it helps to protect the individual who is vaccinated from the severe effects of the disease, but we don't quite know the extent to which it reduces the risk of transmission of the virus to another person. So pending that information, I think we are unable to commit to any tangible, concrete benefits for vaccination at this stage. But if the data and evidence shows that transmission risks are reduced significantly, I think you can expect that somebody who wants to travel, you get vaccination, then potentially the time that, the stay-home notice requirement can be reduced or perhaps even eliminated, depending on the evidence and the data. So that's one concrete sort of benefit. For workers who are subject to regular testing, we might then also similarly, because you are vaccinated, we might reduce the testing requirements. Right? That's another tangible benefit for those who are subject to regular testing. Then it doesn't have to be so onerous. You don't have to be tested so frequently. We can reduce the frequency or even do away with testing completely. That's a second benefit. Beyond the individual benefits, the question also would be, if the whole of Singapore, we have lots of people getting vaccinated, then what kind of measures can we expect? Could we relax some of our existing safe management measures? And the answer is certainly yes. I think if at that stage, we could consider further relaxation, but again, the extent of the relaxation, how far we can go, would depend on the many questions we are asking about the effectiveness and the protective nature of the vaccine, which is still something we are studying very carefully. But in principle, if, for example, a vast majority of people in Singapore are vaccinated, and we have certainty that the vaccine does reduce transmission risk, does confer herd immunity, then yes, in principle, I think we can consider further relaxation in some of our safe management measures. So that's again, I think, additional motivation for all of us to want to step forward and get ourselves vaccinated when the invitation is extended to you.